One of the most common questions that we get for using a Bernina embroidery machine is, where is my design going to stitch? How can I control where it stitches on the hoop? And because Bernina does give us quite a few functions for this particular concept, I want to go to the easiest one. So first off, I have a built-in design I have pulled up on screen. Now we have already embroidered this. This is a design that we embroidered from start to finish, so you can see all the steps that it takes to get a machine ready, get a hoop ready, and then finish stitching it out. So check that out. But what I'm going to do is use that as kind of a visual of what this corner-to-corner check feature is all about. So after I brought this design in, we did talk about moving it. Like, I made a little dot somewhere down into the lower part of the hoop that I wanted it to stitch on. So normally it would just stitch in the center, but what if I needed it to be exactly over here? So what you're going to do is go ahead and touch the eye and then find where it's right here. It's right at the bottom. So if you actually just kind of scroll up just a little bit, find where it says check and it has 4 arrows. Now it will need the hoop on, and you do notice that I haven't put it on until I'm told to do just that. So I'm going to go ahead, squeeze the bracket, and place it on the embroidery module. It recognizes that the hoop has been seated here, so I'm going to touch the check mark, and now we're into position. So you first see that it's, let's just not move it just yet. You will see that the boxes come up, and we can see that the needle right now is hanging out where the top left corner of the design will be, bottom corner, other bottom corner, top corner. So this is something I do every time I embroider. I want to make sure that it's not going to touch something that already is on my fabric, or did I remember to pull it down or move it to the right position. But most time you want to find the center of the design. See this little bullseye here? Touch it and it puts the design in the center. Now these little notations recommend that you turn the knobs and you are moving the design exactly where you want it to be. That location where the plus is your needle. So if I had put a dot on my fabric right here, then I can just go ahead and move my needle until, the other way, until that needle is sitting right over the dot that I have placed on my fabric. Now again, I can do those little corners, corner to corner checks, see where everybody is, see if that is exactly where I want it to be. And if it is, you can just go ahead, X out of this, and then touch the needle and thread. You see your design is over on the side and ready to stitch. This is one way to get designs to connect, but there is other ways, those more advanced ways that Bernina gives us, where we can actually go in and pick not just the center or the corners to use for alignment, but an actual stitch within the design. That will be the video that we do called virtual positioning. So I hope you'll always take the time to go in, check the location of your design before you stitch it out, because this is really, once it starts stitching, you've really committed to the location of that design.